Well, here we are, the 3rd of February 2018. This is our second auction for today. The first one certainly did exactly what we wanted it to do. A little bit on the shy side, but we got there eventually at the end, selling for $1,650,000. Well, here we are at number 198 Nelson Street. It's our 11:30 auction, scheduled auction. This is an interesting property. Last saw on the market back in '87, somewhere where I actually started my real estate career. Beautiful family. This property is requiring a little bit of work, but it does have the rear lane access. It's going to be a special property. Certainly an exciting auction, a mixture between the investor and the first home buyer. Let's just see how this one goes. 198 Nelson Street, Annandale's where we are. 242 makes up the parcel of land that we're selling here today. 10% deposit, of course, is payable to us, the vendor's agent, after the signing of our contract agreement. Personal checks, if you happen to got that or happen to have that, happy to receive that. If you've got a company check, more than happy to receive that as well. That's all been green lighted. Now, in respect to your reserve price, we have and we've got the reserve. I spotted that. Thank you. The reserve price is the most important part, or one of the most important parts about an auction. Should that not be keyed in correctly, properties simply don't 21 days campaigning the property. What's the general feel and the general sentiment?
Privacy, potential, good block size, North Annandale, walking distance to the park and the shops just up there.
Awesome size, like 224 square, 244 square metres.
Owners are up there and you can't even see them. Just looking down, anyway.
They're in the perfect position. Okay, there we go, guys. I don't need to say anything else. It's over to you right now. You can tell us, and just mind your backs if I could just be on a sort of a security start. First bid's always the tricky one, but once you're away, you can say that at least I made a bid as you're having dinner tonight. Be all excited. It's an exciting process, I know. Where would you like to go? Your chance, your opportunity, buyers. Start us away. The sun's out at least. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Where would you like to go, buyers? 1280. Oh, you know what? I will take that. A big round of applause. This could be our new buyer. Buyer 77. You know what? When a bid comes off as the first bidder, normally what happens is they generally are the finale. I can't tell you how many times. So maybe 80%. Fingers crossed. Here we go. At $1,280,000 is where it is. With bidder number 77 is where it stands right now. Left-hand side, nothing else happens in favour of this buyer, 77. First count this side here. Second count this side here at 77. Third count, I will roll those bids. Oh, you're going to go me a little 10 there, Ray? Is that where we're going? I'll hold that back on the 10 just now because I reckon we can round that up, and we'll just round that up to probably around that 20 mark. So maybe 320 is the chasing bid I'll work with on that. At 320 is the chasing bid I'm looking there right now. At $1,300,000 is the chasing bid I'm looking for. So that's where I'm going. I'm not going to accept that bid just yet because otherwise we could be here a little while longer than we need to be. So at the moment, chasing the bid at $1,300,000 is where we're looking for. On behalf of course, this way, 3 there, 8's taking us away now. Welcome to the bidding, sir. At $300,000 is where it's at, and this is a quoted range. This is where we moved off from. So,
1.3.
$1,300,000. Bidder number 8 has the bid right there. Take those risers. I'll see a $50,000 increment on that. Sir, back with you at 60, assuming that where we want to be. Good position, just quietly. 450 is where you are. 77's got the bid left-hand side. At $1,450,000. 60, good strong bid there. 470 is where it's at. Maybe a little sneaky one to just push you in front. Number 77, you've done so well, worked so hard. 71, just a dip, pop you over. Dip. That's meaning that's 1,000. Beep, that's 1,000. That's like going through one of those scanners, you know. Beep, beep. 470 is where it's at. 5's got the bid. Back with you, sir, just double checking as we go. At $1 million, big round of applause. This is where it's at. Staying put, say 5. Fantastic, saying no. This is where it's at. At $1,475,000, 77. Strong. I'm going to aim at number 5 here. At $1,475,000, 80, I'm assuming there. 80, gotcha. At 480 now. At $1,480,000 here in front, bidder number 5. Nicely contested here this morning. Love to see this sort of action going on in the inner city of Annandale. This is a great tree-lined street, one of the most sought-after streets in the heart of Annandale. Wonderful spot. Walking distance to all the wonderful restaurants and coffee shops. At $1,480,000, this side here. 85, staying there with the 5, nice and strong. Well done. 85 is where it's at. Sir, back with you at 90. 90 I've got. At 490 now. At $1,490,000. 5 is back in the picture. Round us up 5 again. Can see that. 495. At 1,495,000 is where we're at. And of course, selling, making no mistake here this morning. At $1,495,000, 77 started us away. Does she finish? Fingers crossed. We're going to ask for a big round of applause should that be the case. Sir, are we in? Are we out? Is it a 5? Do we see the 5? 1.5 as we round up. At $1,500,000 is where we're at. A wonderful show here this morning for a big round of applause is definitely warranted here. At $1,500,000 at the first count, at the second count. 10 saying no and still saying strong on her bid moving forward with a $10,000 bid at 510 now at $1,510,000 leading by example. 77 pushing hard. Sir, you're still with us. 15 with a shake of their head. You know, I've seen lots of shakes of my head. That didn't look that confident in that shake. I'm out, he says. I believe he's still there. That's my feeling. Anyway, 510's where it's at. You've certainly been very, very competitive here this morning at $1,510,000. Bidder 77. What have I said? Out of 80. It's an 80% chance. If you start the bidding, you finish the bidding. Perfect example, potentially. Here we go. Wish you all the very best, 77. At $1,510,000. First, second, third, final count at $1,510,000. Big round of applause. Sold. Congratulations. You just bought yourself a property. If you've got some questions, maybe we've got our next property for you. Perhaps come forward, see the team with the boulders. You may want to have a chat to us. Maybe you're thinking of selling your own property. Potentially. Well, here we go. We just finished literally a few moments ago. Number 198 Nelson Street here in Annandale. It is the 3rd of Feb. Woo!
First,
11:30.
my first auction of the year. First of many.
First, exactly. What was the quoted range to the market and what did we finish at here today?
It was, I mean, the feedback throughout the campaign, we had a couple of expressions of interest. Everything was in that 1.3 to 1.4 estimate. That's the range we were quoting the buyers, but
reserve price?
Reserve was at the top of the range, around the 1.4. And as you can see what happened today, just good competition, very competitive. We had 9 register. And so it was good to see about how many parties sort of
I think we had about five individual groups.
I think 5, 5 had a telephone bidder and then 4 other players all sort of putting their hand up. So it was just a nice, energetic auction. And
does this sort of stand, like, for 218, where everyone's trying to predict what this market's going to do? What's your feeling of 218?
Much better. I admit, like November, December, I feel like people with Christmas, New Year's Eve, trying to plan for holidays, there was a little bit of people were sort of pulling, a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more cautious.
Did it feel like it was too busy? And
I felt everyone was a bit tired, including the agents maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It was a big year. It seemed to be a big surplus of properties as well. So the market, at the inner city market, actually had to swallow a lot more, I noticed.
Absolutely. And what I'm seeing, the properties that didn't sell at the end of last year are all sort of clearing now.
Well,
which is a good sign of the market.
Well, we started back on the 2nd of January, and in this particular case, we did see it already, an energetic groups, like bigger numbers coming through the market, certainly through the open homes, and all our Christmas stock has basically disappeared, bar maybe a couple.
This is my 4th exchange this year already, so it shows deals are being made, transactions are taking place.
Yep.
So.
Well, we've actually just the budgets have been met, and some.
Yep.
So I think
this sold for $1,510,000. So a pretty decent amount over the reserve as well. So it shows 2 people just want to let go.
Yeah, fantastic. To speak to the audience, if they've got a property to sell,
give David and James a call. I think he's the auctioneer. 11 years I've worked with this guy, so I think we're a good team. So,
absolutely. Yep. We're here to help and service. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Catch up.
Thanks.
Well done, James.
Thanks.
Yeah, on Tuesday, I think.
Nice.